Welcome viewers, this is Winch here bringing you episode number 5 of my Survivability series, a series where I detail my loadouts, my strategies, and various tips and overall mentality you need to maintain to increase your longevity on the battlefield, increase your effectiveness. Now in this game play I want to emphasize the use of teamwork. In particular, I give a shout out to my friend Apasky17 there, or Pascu, however you want to pronounce it. I'm not exactly sure where his name comes from, but he's a great Battlefield player, and him and I are going to jump in this game of obliteration on Siege of Shanghai and just dominate the team. Unfortunately, you'll see what the result of the gameplay is. It probably just gave away there though, but why I really wanted to upload this video more than anything, because more just a tactics I can identify here, which I'll dive right into right off the bat. Whenever you're engaging the AA, I've got the smart rockets on, so these kind of lock on. They're semi-smart rockets, but you gotta give them the vicinity. Try to keep as much distance as you can between yourself and the enemy AA, because of course that's a great anti-air threat on this map. So I'm not just going right after it. I'm always trying to keep distance when I can, and of course take out targets of opportunity as a way, because this typical strategy, they go straight back every time on this map as soon as they start getting engaged. Now, I'm not particularly a good chopper pilot here, as you'll see here in the gameplay, but it's a tough thing taking out that A, as you can see, as I quickly retreat from here. But what I really liked about this gameplay was that it just encompasses Battlefield at its finest. This game, there are so many moments, just every average moment in this gameplay you're going to see. Just a splash of the water with the turrets here as the chopper goes through. You know, the dust in the air, the beauty of this game, and it's not just all looks, it's actually affecting the gameplay here. As we go underneath the balcony, and there's just so many moments in this gameplay I really found enjoyable, and I'm really going to remember this match as one of my truly, just one of the game modes or game matches I just truly enjoyed so much. It wasn't like we got a terribly good score, but it's just, again, it just summarizes what this game's all about. Now, speed is always your greatest strength and your weakness as well in the chopper. Momentum is just, I saw it come in here as I thought I was going too fast to hit that building, and as soon as you try to make too large of a change in too short of a time, you're going to over-control your vehicle, as we call it in aviation. And, you know, the flight models in this game are actually pretty realistic. I gotta give it credit for that. And as I said, I'm not a very good chopper pilot, but a good run nonetheless. We took out some targets, stayed alive for a little while. That's about as good as you can do on this game in general. However, I will be uploading a video here soon of a 39 kill streak I obtained on this map in the gunner seat with a random blueberry, by the way. So getting into, again, the strategy of the gameplay, always exploit or utilize an advantage when you have one. I had a tactical advantage there of shooting the enemy through that gap. That's a lot easier than going up there, exposing myself to enemy fire. So again, take the safe bet whenever you can. Look at that chopper crashing the barrier. Here's their attack chopper up there. Again, threats everywhere here. I got armor up there to the east of my position. So lots going on. Here's their tanks steamrolling in here. Now take advantage and take note of the direction of the turret firing. I know the gunner is fixated on those targets ahead of him, as well as he should be. However, it's easy to get overwhelmed in situations like that, so that's when I make the determination to engage that target. Now you see this? See the RPG coming from the air there? That smoke trail gives you a clear line of sight and direction of where that threat's coming from. So I'm going to take note of where he's at and keep cover here as I keep identifying and engaging targets at my discretion, at my advantage. I'm using these boxes here as good cover here. Here comes their transport helicopter again. Battlefield. I mean, look at all this stuff going on here. We got smoke, we got flames, the Jeep just blew up, we got enemies running everywhere here, and here comes a second pass there in their transport helicopter. Now, know your sidearm, know its capabilities, know its weaknesses. I'm out of ammo here, but I know this weapon has range and it has a punch to it. So again, took out the bomb carrier one more time there. That was 3 bomb carriers in a short amount of time. Again, suppressor. I'm going to emphasize how effective that is in the gameplay here as we move on. Now, battlefield destruction is not just for looks. It has actual effectiveness. Now, these little plywood barriers are a visual impediment to my ability to shoot this target, so I'm going to eliminate that, throw flashbang over there, and then utilize my teammate's ability to finish off that target, and I get credit for that kill. A lot of times flashbangs can actually pull off a kill. I have seen that happen before, where they will actually kill wounded enemies. Again, I'm staying in this spot. I'm using smoke cover. I'm using stealth right here. Lots of targets up here. I know there's still probably a few up in that awning up there. I'm just trying to keep track of the target, the bomb that is, because it's easy to lose situational awareness of where the objective is and where to go after that. So this is a good game of back and forth right here. I know my teammates have possession of the bomb, so again, I'm trying to stem the respawn of the enemy. Now, in situations like this with a support weapon, I'm not going to get a kill in this kind of situation, but knowing when to pull the trigger and when not to is vital in this game, and I'm confident in that ability with my cover advantage that I was going to be safe. Now, when a target's wounded and suppressed, this is a good time to throw out the flashbang, disorient them, puts out a lot of smoke in a short amount of time, so finish him up there, clean him up, and go on to get the snipe again. That was a threat I had taken into account, was the awning there. So whenever you're spawning back in, consider the location of your targets, consider your proximity and your respawn, because we all want to get the revenge kill. I'm not going to let these guys just sit up on the awning all day long. So right here, you're going to see this throughout the gameplay where I keep incorrectly selecting my C4 as opposed to my ammo crate. That's a bad habit of mine, and a lot of times I'm doing a dual loadout, and a lot of times I'll mistakenly select the wrong piece of equipment, so I'm trying to work on that. Now remember, as a squad leader, you have an obligation to task your squad. Mobile targets and obliteration, or really any game mode with an objective-based target, whether it's capture a flag, what have you, they're always the greatest threat. So you got to predict where they're going to go in these vehicles, and you got to stem that and slow that anytime you can. So vehicle movement is predictable. Predict where they're going to progress through the map. So put C4 out there. Now, I don't know if you can hear this, but I'm taking bullets right here against this concrete barrier. People are shooting at me, so always put cover between you and just the general threat area. There's a lot of threats over there. I got an AA, I got Jeeps, I got infantry. I'm waiting for this guy to come to me. I'm going to watch this guy because, again, he's got to cross this bridge. So there he goes. Pull out C4 again. I'm almost incorrectly timed that again. Take him out. And again, you don't need mines. As a support guy with C4, you're fully capable of babysitting when to detonate your explosives. And use it just like mines. C4, you don't always have to go stick it to vehicles. Here's another example. C4 use as, again, I'm trying to come up here. I just can't run out there after that AA. I want to, but I can't. Of course, an infantry catches me off guard. I'm going to throw out there because I assume he saw me, and I know he's going to try to sneak down here for me. Again, another example of C4. You don't have to use it just for vehicles either. It's good for close quarters infantry combat as I take out the infantry. And again, this guy was smart. He jumped down through that crack I was showing you earlier in the match. So now I'm going to spot on my teammate Pasky. He has the same load as me, a AWS. So here we are going to go tandem Boondock Steak style. Steaks. The Boondock Saints style here. And just kind of go all hell on these guys. Just let it loose. Not really a terribly effective weapon at long-range engagements, but still, we're putting out a lot of firepower, putting a lot of suppression. Between the two of us, we're actually cleaning these guys up. He's a little better shot than I am. I'm not really accustomed to... I've never been a big fan of this magnifier scope. I like the red dot sight, and typically the AWS is more... it's more geared towards shorter range engagements, so I try to keep just a red dot sight on it, but I throw the magnifier on because laser sights anymore, I'm tired of them giving away my position every time when I'm shooting at somebody at long range. I have to remember when to turn it off, when to turn it on. I just don't see much benefit between using a laser sight because, again, hip fire, you're really just not doing that much in this game. At least I'm not very good at it. Here I'm always spotting enemies up here because Apaski's still up there. He finishes that guy off. Again, a teamwork here is the focus. He's helping me, I'm helping him. I'm keeping an eye on his back, he's keeping an eye on mine. And I'm hearing that building, they're getting detonated, so I'm waiting for that to come down soon. But again, here I'm watching for threats to him, he's watching for threats to me. Because right now we're kind of limbo, we're not really near the objective. So here I'm spotting out a target for him to clean up. And he makes quick work of that. Anytime he sees a target, it's not going to be long with a pass before he's taking it out. So now again, I'm trying to keep situational awareness again. I'm seeing threats come over. There's constant armor on this map, and you got to be kind of careful about this bridge area because it's a high area of movement. So bullards are here for a reason, and these are little things in Battlefield 4 make it notable. Now put those up. Try to slow that vehicle movement because that's real important in situations like that. Now, as we're moving on to the next segment of this map, or match, this is a pretty interesting moment. Of course, a lot of times you go up these elevators, you always find guys camping at the top of these. It drives me nuts. So anytime you find a camper, I'm sorry to say, I got to put it in here, guys, but teabag is a must with campers. I just can't stand them. So here's a classic moment here is we're dual parachute down, dual C4 attack here. We got an AA, we got about half a dozen infantry down here, and here comes Apache with an epic quad kill C4, and I'm gonna throw it down too. Why not? You know, amplify the effectiveness. I'm gonna take out the AE. He's gonna take out 4 infantry right there. Or was it 5? I missed it. It was a lot. It was a pretty impressive kill. And here's a perfect example of letting emotion get the better of you. As we were both pretty excited about that, and I just kind of lost focus there for a moment. It's a good example of I should have prioritized to the higher threat target that was actually looking at me, and that was a sloppy aim. But fun moment nonetheless. No time to waste, spawning right back in on a teammate. Another AA over here. It's just like these AAs just never ends as a threat. It's just the biggest threat on this map most of the time. It just takes out infantry, takes out helicopters. You see me making work there, my cover there with the recon. Taking cover behind that barrier was I was switching between C4 and my weapon. But again here, let's just take a moment to admire what's going on here, guys. I know I harp on this stuff, but I can't say this enough. Just look at the tree going down, the smoke again, the transport helicopter coming down, the pilot running out, grabbing the bomb. I'm putting bullets on him, trying to snipe him out of there, but the weapon's just not quite doing him. I'll give him hit markers. He runs off with the objective. There's a attack chopper. I gotta take cover behind the bridge here. Infantry parachuting down on me, taking fire again from the attack chopper. It's just like, oh my god, I mean, this game. And props off to that pilot there. He got out of there in time. He got the clutch plant, and actually that's what causes us to unfortunately lose this match. I mean, I hate to spoil it, but it's over here. Here's the last, again, epic moment again, the transport helicopter come up here. This moments we play for in this game. I mean, just look at all this infantry. There's a value of the suppressor. I'm taking them all out. Again, I should have been a little more effective here. Again, right there, I wasted time trying to remember my class loadout and throwing out the C4 at the wrong time, and that just cost me dearly. I should have taken out all those guys, and I should have had, that moment should have been more epic than it was. But all in all, here's a moment that defeated us because we could at least we could have at least tied this. So right here, I took out that infantry, and I went to grab the bomb, and of course a blueberry stole it right out from underneath me. And my God, look at him go the wrong way. He was 10 feet from the objective. We had him covered. I'm trying to call him back, and he's clueless. Unfortunately, you know, that's just the stuff we have to deal with this game. But nonetheless, it was a great game. This is one of the games I will remember as just one of my favorite matches in the game. I hope you like the gameplay, guys. Please like and subscribe. Hope you learned something. I will continue Survivability series. My next series, I'll probably be talking about frontal assaults, kind of the art of flanking, and I also want to get that vehicle gameplay in at some point in time, talking about big kill streaks and vehicles. So thanks for watching. I will have more Battlefield content to come.